Welcome to the second part of personal hygiene video. In the first part, we already discussed hand hygiene and glove hygiene. If you have not seen that video, I will leave a link in the description as well as the card on top. Let's start the second part. And before we start, subscribe to the channel and let's start now. So today we will discuss about firstly uniform hygiene. The uniform of a food handler is the dress which we wear in our food establishment, and it is one of the most important things which controls contamination of food. Our normal clothing is used everywhere, wherever we go, and it can add to contamination of food if we don't have proper uniform. So, ideally, a food handler must wear a clean and tidy uniform so that the food contamination is avoided, especially in those areas where food contamination is highly possible. We should also wear an additional apron on top of the uniform so that the uniform is also protected. Like if you are a butcher and you're cutting beef or chicken, there is high chance of blood splashes or other things to come on the uniform, and it will cause the uniform to become dirty very fast. In these cases, wear an apron also. The uniform protects the food as well, but if it is not maintained in a hygiene way or in a hygienic way, it will cause contamination furthermore. So clean and tidy uniform in well repair is very important, because if the uniform is also not in well repair, it can contribute to the threads or the buttons can break and fall into the food and cause physical contamination. That's why normally in food establishments in uniform we don't have buttons. We have either velcro or press studs so that there is no chance of physical contamination through buttons. Similarly, if the uniform is not cleaned properly and is not hygienic, it will result into microbiological contamination of food. So now let's move to the next topic, which is illness reporting. There are some illnesses which are called as communicable diseases which can spread from people to people. So if a food handler is suffering from such a disease, they should communicate to their line managers before coming to the work. For example, such communicable disease could be, or the symptoms of such diseases could be diarrhea, vomiting, which means that there is a gastrointestinal problem, or it could be runny eyes or runny nose in flu, or septic cuts or boil on the surface where it is exposed to others. In all such cases, a food handler has a responsibility to tell their line manager about it, and their line manager, who would be the supervisor or the manager, will take appropriate action. This is very, very important. If a food handler hides their disease, it's a legal issue as well, because they might transfer the microorganisms or the disease to others as well, and to the consumers through food as well. So the last topic in personal hygiene is about habits. There are a lot of habits of people which can contribute to contamination. So one of the example is smoking. So smoking in the food area is not allowed. So if somebody goes for smoking, they need to change their uniform, because the smoke can go into the uniform as well. And while coming back, they need to wash their hands. Similarly, another habit people have is scratching. So while staying in the food area, we need to avoid such habits. Another example of bad habit is improper coughing or sneezing. Now, a small cough or a sneeze can be there with anybody, but the correct procedure of doing it is to do it in the elbow, not in the hands like this, because this will make your hands contaminated. Also, with the gap in the fingers, the particles from the droplets will go directly into the food or to the next person or to the surface and contaminate all the things as well. So these are some of the habits which people need to take care of. Hope this clears personal hygiene topic to you efficiently. So we made two videos about it. In the first video, we discussed hand hygiene and gloves hygiene. In today's video, we have covered all the other points, which are uniform, illness reporting, and improper habits of food handlers. We will be making the next video about premises and equipments, which will be the 8th topic in the basic food safety series. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content and spread the knowledge to everybody. Thank you. See you in the next one.